Hello and welcome to this session. In this particular module, we'll be learning about inspection of welds using dye penetrants. The objectives which you will be able to fulfill at the end of the module are evaluation of welding defects using dye penetrants, preparing the surface for dye penetrants, applying the penetrants in the surface of the area of defect, developer application, inspecting the defects, safety. The evaluation of welding defects by the use of dye penetrants is a way of detecting defects in welding. This method of evaluating the welding defects is also popularly known as penetrant testing or liquid penetrant inspection (LPI). Liquid penetrant inspection is a non-destructive method of revealing discontinuities that are open to the surface of weld metal, solid, and essentially non-porous materials. With the help of this method, you can find indicators of a wide spectrum of flaw size regardless of the configuration of the workpiece and regardless of the flaw orientation. Liquid penetrants work by seeping into various types of minute surface opening by capillary action. Because of this, the process is well suited to detect all types of surface cracks, laps, porosity which are open to the surface. In practice, the liquid penetrant process is relatively simple to utilize and control. It is applicable to almost all materials except porous materials. The following steps have to be followed during the liquid penetrant inspection. The surface should be thoroughly cleaned and completely dried off before applying the penetrants. The surface must be free from any kind of oil, grease, water, or any other form of contamination. Materials used in penetrant inspection. Materials used in penetrant inspection include penetrant, cleaner, developer, lint-free rag, and emulsifiers if required. Penetrant. There are two types of penetrants: fluorescent type, visible type, widely used. Select the liquid penetrant contains a colored dye, usually red dye, easily seen in white light. Developers. Developers can be a dry powder or a powder suspended in a volatile liquid which readily evaporates. The sensitivity of the penetrant test is dependent upon the size of the developer powder. The surface temperature of the weld metal shall be 16 to 50 degrees during the whole examination. Visible type penetrant is applied in a suitable manner so as to form a film of the penetrant over the surface. One can apply the penetrant in the following manner: dipping, spraying, brushing. Brushing is generally preferred over spraying because it is less messy and the area covered is minimized. You can also apply the penetrant by brushing it over the workpiece. While applying the penetrants, we should make sure that the film should remain on the surface long enough to allow maximum penetration of the penetrant into the surface openings. The time that is required for the discontinuity to absorb the penetrant is called dwell time or penetrant time. The penetrant must remain on the surface being examined at least 5 to 20 minutes on manufacturer's recommendations. The penetrant shall not be allowed to dry out during this time. During this time, the penetrant flows into any flaws or discontinuities. Removal of excess penetrant. Let us now talk about removal of excess penetrant after the appliance of penetrants. The excess penetrant is the penetrant product that has not entered into discontinuity and remains on the surface. The excess penetrant must be removed from the surface. The type of penetrant that has been used determines the removal method of the excess penetrant. The excess penetrant is gently wiped off the weldment surface. Developer application. Apply developer after the surface drying. Spray a light, thin and even coating of developer that is slightly moisture when it hits the surface. 2 or 3 light sprays of developer are better than one heavy application. Dwell time for developers normally take 5 to 10 minutes to bleed out the penetrant. Depending on the form of developing agent used, the workpiece is dried accordingly. Drying time may be decreased by a gentle cold air stream. The developer then forms a layer of film over the surface. The layer of film acts as a blotter to assist the natural seepage of the penetrant out of surface openings and to help to spread it at the top to enhance the penetrant indication. Under the white developer contrast, the visibility of discontinuities is enhanced very much. Inspection. Once the layer has sufficiently developed over the surface, it is visually examined for indication for the penetrant to bleed back from the surface openings. This examination must be performed in a suitable inspection environment. Visible penetrant inspection is performed in good white light. If a fluorescent penetrant is used, inspection is performed in a darkened area by using ultraviolet light. The interpretation or evaluation. It is the most important operation in the entire sequence. A crack will be indicated by linear in indication, a dot indicates porosity and a series of porosity indicates a tight crack. Remove the indication or defects in excess to acceptance standards by suitable means and if necessary, repaired by welding. Post-cleaning. Remove the developer, white chalk powder from welds by wiping off the powder with a brush or towel. Water or the solvent cleaner can also be used for a more thorough cleaning of the developer and penetrant. Since the penetrant, solvent cleaner, developer are highly inflammable material, they should not be applied on the hot surface. In this module, you have learned about evaluation of welding defects using die penetration, preparing surface for die penetrants, applying the penetrant for the surface of the area of defect, developer application, inspection of the defects, safety instructions. This brings us to the end of the session. Hope you have understood all the concepts. See you in the next session.